The following is a paid commercial program paid for by Sissy's Log Cabin. The opinions and views expressed in this program belong to its sponsors and are not those of this station or their affiliates or their employees.
Welcome to the show. I'm William Jones with Sissy's Log Cabin, and I'm a GIA graduate gemologist, and today I'm bringing you some cool new industry news and kind of some of the new technology that's coming out in the jewelry industry. You know, technology is a big part of everything we do and see in today's age, whether it's in your car, your house, your music, or even just talking to Alexa through Amazon. Technology is a part of everything we do, and that is no different with the jewelry industry. The difference is that the jewelry industry has been around for tens of thousands of years. People have been equipping rings and gemstones and different things and wearing them since ancient times. A big difference now in the jewelry industry is that we have new technology in diamond cutting, mining, and different practices to really get the most out of what nature's produced. And that's where this comes in. It's called Facets of Fire. So I'm going to take you back through a little bit of history of actually diamonds and diamond cutting. So what you see now, the majority of diamonds are what we call round diamonds. That's a diamond that you see in the majority of engagement rings. It's a round diamond. It's got a small pyramid shape on the bottom and a table on the top. That round brilliant cut diamond was originally designed in 1919 by Robert Tolkowski. If you can believe that, that's over 100 years ago. Think about that in cars or houses or any other manufacturing practice. 100 years ago, that's a major difference in between what we did 100 years ago and now. Well, Facets of Fire is really the first rendition and advancement in diamond cutting since 1919. And why the round brilliant cut was such a big thing in the jewelry industry is because it's the only diamond that's actually mathematically designed. It has a schematic in it to where the majority of light that goes to the top of it is reflected through the bottom and then back out of the top. It's around 80% of the light that goes to the top is then reflected back out. And you see diamonds, we get a lot of that sparkle. In the jewelry industry and gemologists, we call that scintillation, which is the breakup of light into different colors. A lot of people will also call that fire. Now, your typical round brilliant cut diamond is only going to have a few facets around the top, around 58 in the total, that'll break up the light and give it that prism effect of what is actually, you know, kind of gives you that light breakup. What Facets of Fire does differently is that they actually take a tiny laser engraver on the bottom, and they take that and they put about 100,000, they call them nano prisms per square inch on the bottom. So as that light goes through the top, it then hits those prisms and then reflects back out. It's about 300% more brilliant. It gives about 300% more of that scintillation, or what we would call sparkle in kind of generic terms there. And why is this so important? The biggest reason why this is so important, because outside of a jewelry store, say walking around, shopping, going to dinner or anything like that, the only factor that somebody can really tell about how nice a diamond is or how well cut it is how bright it is. And so what you've done with Facets of Fire is you've taken a round brilliant cut diamond, which reflects the most amount of light, and then you've faceted it and added these extra facets on the bottom of this diamond to make it 300 times more brilliant than your typical diamond. So what we say is this thing it's a 300% more brilliance, but it's also like a 30-foot effect, because you can literally see the differences between this diamond and any other diamond from across the room. It lights up that bright. It's a really kind of cool origin story of how this happened, was because it was actually an engineering student in Caltech took a diamond and put it through a microchip engraver. Now, the first rendition of this did not go very well, but it did in fact make the little grooves on the bottom for the prism effect. And what they did is they took that effect and then they kind of, you know, worked on it for years and years and years and made it into what we have today. And you can see behind me, if you want to go check out our website at sissyslogcabin.com, we have a section of Facets of Fire diamond. And you can see on this side over here, you've got your typical round brilliant cut, ideal cut diamond. And on this side, this is really how it looks in photography. You got a lot more of that breakup of light. And again, really what you're seeing, what you would see as a sparkle effect on a diamond, is almost like looking through a prism, where you have a breakup of white light into the different colors. And that's a really good picture of it, but it does not do it justice when you see it in person. Check us out at sissyslogcabin.com. Check out our Facets of Fire selection and come in any of our 6 locations and see why people say life's too short for ordinary jewelry.